Hello and welcome back to the channel. Whether you're just starting out in the stock market or have been investing for a while, today's video is for you. We're going to dive into the biggest stock market mistakes that many investors make, and more importantly, how you can avoid them. From chasing tips to emotional trading, these common mistakes could be costing you money. So, let's unpack these blunders and set you on the right path to smarter investing. Now, I know what you might be thinking: the stock market's all about picking the next big winner. Right? Well, not exactly. While picking winning stocks is important, it's even more important to understand why a stock is worth buying in the first place. Here's where a lot of beginners go wrong. You've probably heard your friends say things like, "Hey, I just bought XYZ stock. It's doing great." Or maybe you've seen the latest hot stock trending on social media. Sounds tempting, right? But investing just because everyone else is doing it, or following stock tips you hear from friends or influencers, can be a dangerous game. Remember, just because something's popular today doesn't mean it's a good investment for the long term. So, how do you avoid this mistake? Well, it all comes down to doing your own research. Let's break it down into 3 simple steps you can follow. First, look at the company's financials. Don't just focus on the stock price or recent trends. Take a look at their balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow. These tell you if the company is actually making money, how much debt they have, and if they're able to sustain their business over time. For example, let's say you are interested in investing in a company like TCS. You'll want to look at their annual report and see how their revenues and profits have been growing. TCS has been known for its consistent earnings and strong balance sheet, which is a good indicator of a solid company. Next, understand the business model of the company. Ask yourself, how does the company make money? What's their competitive edge? Take Starbucks. Their business model revolves around selling premium coffee and beverages. But it's also about the experience, the cozy stores, loyalty programs, and global brand recognition. If you understand how they make money and why people love the brand, you can make a more informed decision about whether to invest. And finally, always keep an eye on market trends. No company operates in a vacuum, so it's important to understand the industry and economic factors affecting the business. Let's take Tata Motors as an example. The electric vehicle market is growing rapidly, and with rising concerns about climate change, more and more governments are supporting EVs. Tata Motors is positioned well in that trend. But if the trend shifts, like if new regulations change or a new competitor comes in, that could affect Tata Motors stock. Don't rush into investing based on hype or tips. Do your research, look at the company's financials, understand how it makes money, and keep an eye on market trends. This will help you make smarter, more informed decisions. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on navigating the stock market. One of the most common and costly mistakes investors make is letting emotions drive their trading decisions. Take a moment and think about it. You're watching the market go up, and suddenly, there's a rush of excitement. Your heart starts racing, and you think, "This is my chance. I need to get in now." But then, just as quickly, the market takes a deep, and panic sets in. You think, "Oh no, I have to sell before I lose everything." Sound familiar? Emotions like fear and greed often drive these decisions. And unfortunately, this emotional rollercoaster leads to buying high and selling low, which is the exact opposite of what you want to do as an investor. So, how can we fix this? The key is to develop a clear investment strategy and, most importantly, stick to it. Let's break it down into simple steps. First things first, before you even think about buying or selling anything, set your investment goals. Are you investing for the long term? Or are you looking for short-term gains? Knowing your goals will help you stay focused and prevent you from making emotional decisions. For example, if your goal is to retire in 20 years, then it's okay if the market goes up and down in the short term. What matters is that the companies you've invested in are solid for the long haul. Next, create an investment strategy that works for you and stick to it. Your strategy could be based on investing in blue chip stocks or focusing on mutual funds. The key is consistency. For instance, if you've decided to invest in a mutual fund and contribute a fixed amount each month, don't let daily market fluctuations derail your plan. The market will rise and fall, but over the long term, staying consistent is usually the best path. Managing risk is a big part of emotional control. Having a plan for what to do if a stock drops or the market crashes helps you avoid acting out of fear. For example, setting stop-loss orders can help limit your losses by automatically selling the stock if it drops below a certain price. If you're uncomfortable with market drops, diversify your portfolio. This means spreading your investments across different sectors and asset classes, reducing the impact if one stock or sector takes a hit. One of the quickest ways to get emotional is by constantly checking the market. Don't obsess over every price movement. The more you watch, the more likely you are to make impulsive decisions based on emotions. Instead, focus on your long-term strategy and let the market do its thing. If you're feeling stressed or anxious, it might be time for a break. Trust your plan, and don't let short-term fluctuations mess with your head. So, to sum it all up, emotional trading is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. But by setting clear investment goals, sticking to a strategy, managing risk, and avoiding constant market checks, you can keep your emotions in check and make smarter decisions. Overtrading is another common pitfall that many investors fall into, especially when they're new to the market. Are you someone who checks stock prices every hour, trying to buy and sell as soon as you see a little market dip? You are not alone. Many new investors fall into the trap of overtrading, thinking that short-term moves can make them quick profits. But here's the thing, overtrading can actually hurt your portfolio more than help it. Let's say you are buying a stock today because you think it's going to go up tomorrow. You buy 100 shares of XYZ Corp at 500 each. But then, the next day, you notice a small dip. So you panic and sell for 480, just to avoid a bigger loss. A week later, the stock rebounds and hits 550. You missed out on that profit because you were reacting to short-term movements. So, what should you do instead? Focus on long-term investing. Think of your stocks like a garden. Plant the right seeds, water them, and let them grow over time. Instead of checking your stocks every hour, review your portfolio every 6 months or once a year. This way, you'll be more in control and won't let short-term market swings make you lose focus on your long-term goals. One of the most common mistakes that investors make, especially beginners, is putting all their money into one stock or one sector. This is known as lack of diversification. A lot of beginner investors fall into the trap of putting all their money into one stock or one sector. Like technology or energy, the idea is that if this one stock does well, they'll make a lot of money. But what happens when that stock drops? Or worse, crashes? You can lose everything. Think about it like this, if you put all your eggs in one basket, and you drop that basket, well, all your eggs are broken. But if you spread those eggs out into multiple baskets, even if one basket falls, you still have some eggs left. That's essentially what diversification is, spreading your investments across multiple sectors, industries, and asset classes to reduce risk. Now, let's look at how to diversify your portfolio and avoid putting all your money into one risky bet. The stock market is made up of various sectors: technology, healthcare, energy, finance, consumer goods, and more. Each sector reacts differently to economic changes. For example, when tech stocks might be struggling, healthcare stocks could be thriving due to an aging population or health innovations. Imagine if you had all your money in tech stocks like TCS and Infosys, and suddenly, there's a market crash due to tech sector struggles. Having investments in other sectors like healthcare or finance can help cushion the blow because they may not be impacted the same way. Next, don't just stick to stocks, also look at bonds, real estate, or even commodities like gold and silver. Each asset class behaves differently under various market conditions. For example, bonds are generally more stable and can provide a steady income, while real estate can appreciate over time and offer inflation protection. If the stock market is volatile, your bonds and real estate investments could help stabilize your portfolio. And if inflation is rising, gold can act as a hedge against it. Don't just limit yourself to stocks or assets from one country. Global diversification can help you mitigate risks tied to local economic conditions. For example, if you only invest in India-based companies, your portfolio is highly exposed to risks tied to the Indian economy, like inflation or political changes. But if you invest in stocks in Europe or US, your portfolio is more likely to weather local downturns because economic cycles in different regions don't always line up. If the US market is down, European or Asian markets could still be up, and vice versa. If you're not ready to pick individual stocks or sectors, exchange-traded funds, ETFs, or index funds are an easy way to get instant diversification. These funds invest in a broad selection of stocks across multiple sectors, or even regions. Take the Nifty 50 ETF. For example, it tracks 50 of the largest companies in India, across various sectors. By buying one share of this ETF, you are instantly invested in 50 companies, giving you diversification without needing to research every stock individually. Finally, regularly review and rebalance your portfolio. Over time, Certain investments may grow faster than others, and your portfolio might become unbalanced. For example, if your tech stocks are doing great and make up 70% of your portfolio, you may want to sell a bit of those and invest in other sectors to maintain a balanced mix. Rebalancing helps you stick to your investment goals and ensures that you don't end up overexposed to any one sector or asset class. So, to sum it up, don't make the mistake of putting all your money into one stock or sector. By diversifying your investments across different sectors, asset classes, and regions, you can spread risk and improve your chances of long-term success. Another common mistake that many investors make is trying to time the market. It's super tempting to think you can buy low and sell high. But let me tell you, it's harder than it sounds. And if you're making this mistake, you could be losing out big time. Let's dive into why market timing is a risky strategy and how you can avoid it. Here's the problem. Many beginners enter the stock market thinking that they can perfectly predict when the market will go up or down, buy when it's low and sell when it's high. Sounds simple, right? Well, it's not. In reality, trying to time the market is incredibly difficult. Even professional investors struggle with it. The market can be unpredictable, and the moment you think you've figured it out, everything changes. Let me give you a real-world example. Think about Diwali sale on e-commerce sites like Flipkart or Amazon. Every year, there's this huge rush to grab the best deals, discounts, offers, flash sales. Now, if you wait around, hoping for the perfect deal to show up, you might miss out on all the great offers and end up paying more. It's exactly the same with stocks. Waiting for the market to hit that perfect low, hoping to buy at the absolute bottom, often means missing out on steady, long-term growth. By the time the market dips to what you think is the perfect price, the opportunity might already be gone. So, how do you avoid this trap? How do you invest without stressing over trying to time the market? The answer is simple: consistent investing. Let's look at the steps you can take to stop worrying about timing and start building a solid investment strategy. Understand that market timing is really hard. Take a look at the stock market over the last 20 years. Sure, there have been dips, but overall, the market has trended upwards. Think of it like a roller coaster, it goes up and down. But the overall trend is generally higher over the long run. Trying to pick the exact bottom is like waiting for a train to leave at the perfect moment. You might miss it. Or worse, the train might not even show up when you think it will. Adopt Systematic Investment Plan, SEIP. Here's where the real magic happens. Instead of trying to predict the best time to invest, you invest a fixed amount of money on a regular schedule, whether the market is up or down. Let's say you invest 10,000 rupees every month in a mutual fund through SEIP. Sometimes the market will be high, and you'll buy fewer units. Other times, when the market dips, you'll buy more units. Over time, this strategy helps smooth out the highs and lows, and you don't have to worry about trying to guess the market's next move. In fact, SEIP allows you to invest consistently, even when the market is volatile, a crucial advantage for long-term wealth creation. Focus on the long term. The stock market is not about making quick profits, it's about consistent growth over time. Think about your investment goals. Maybe you are saving for a house or planning for retirement 20 to 30 years down the line. A long-term focus helps you stay calm during short-term volatility. Imagine you're saving for retirement 30 years from now. The short-term ups and downs are less important to your overall plan. You are not trying to beat the market every day, you're building wealth steadily. Stay consistent, no matter what the market is doing. The beauty of Systematic Investment Plan is that it works in both bull and bear markets. Whether the market is up or down, you're still investing regularly, and over time, this consistency can lead to great results. So, when everyone around you is talking about the latest market crash or boom, you'll know that your investment plan is based on logic, not emotion. Thanks so much for watching. Now that you know the biggest stock market mistakes and how to avoid them, you're ready to make smarter, more informed decisions with your investments. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about consistency and learning from your experiences. Got questions or want to share your own investing experiences? Drop a comment below, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay patient, stay informed, and happy investing.